pleasant day to everyone, especially to our instructor from PED 025, Mr. Joshua Mario de Guzman, sir. So, today we are going to interview two people who suffer from diseases that require maintenance and performance in doing physical activity. Here with us today, Mr. Lance V. Quaresma. So, how are you?
I'm doing good,
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I guess.
So let's begin with our first question. So first question is, how can we success or achieve a healthy lifestyle?
Well, for me, it is very simple. We have to eat healthy. We have to sleep early. We have to do some physical activities or participate in any physical activities. And lastly, we should drink a lot of water.
Thank you. So our next question is, how does your present condition affect you every day?
Well, I can barely do some physical activities because of my condition.
Have you thought not to attain any more of those habits that can affect your health?
I guess, yes.
So our next question is, what are the diseases common in your family?
Hypertension or high blood.
Can you explain the history of your present condition beginning up to until now?
Well, before I ate a lot of unhealthy foods, especially junk foods and fatty foods. So when a month ago, I asked my doctor to check me because my blood pressure, I think, is getting higher. So when they checked my blood pressure, the doctor said that my blood pressure is very high. So he told me that I should avoid eating again fatty foods or junk foods so that those symptoms I felt before, like headaches or dizziness, so that I can avoid them.
Prior to the onset of the present condition, did you indulge in the use of illicit drugs, excessive consumption of alcohol beverages, chain smoking, skipping adequate sleep over work, and spending time for too much worry?
Yes, I guess, but I don't drink a lot of alcohol, not too much. I don't use too much drugs because I do use alternative medicines like the medicines from our mga ninuno ancestors.
Our next question is, prior to the onset of the present condition, had you been into any form of physical activity like indoor and outdoor activities
Yes,
like trekking or leisure walking? Or
Yeah.
like
I do jogging in the morning and then sleep early. That's it.
So, at what age did you start and end your participation? How regular had you done it?
Well,
Or how many days a week?
I started doing this physical activities when I was 16, I guess. Because at that time, I felt very stressed and worried about my health. And I'm worried about my blood pressure because the symptoms are very traumatic. And so that when I started participating in those physical activities, I can now say that I feel better than before.
Our sixth question is, what were your doctor's advice now on dieting, compliance to medications, and physical activity? What medications did your doctor prescribe to you?
Well, my doctor told me that I should avoid eating unhealthy foods, especially junk foods and fatty foods. That's why he gave me a medicine that I should take after breakfast, after lunch and dinner.
Our last question is, if you were to look back, what lifestyle practices you would have changed to prevent the onset of your present medical condition to reach the realm of success and happiness in life you dreamed of way back then?
As I said before on question number 6, I should avoid, or I'm starting to avoid eating unhealthy foods or junk foods, and I started to do to participate in different physical activities so that these habits of mine will be gone.
Okay, is physical inactivity like lack of exercise one of those you would consider were changing so as not to succumb to what you have now?
Yes.
So, thank you so much to our first interviewee, Mr. Lance V. Quaresma, and of course, your wonderful responses. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, our next interviewee is close to my heart, which is my mom, Mrs. Olive Serapio. Good afternoon, ma. How are you today?
Good afternoon. I'm very fine.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So, let's start with our first question. Our first question is, how can we success or achieve a healthy lifestyle?
For me, I will achieve a healthy lifestyle by doing everyday exercise, eating healthy foods like vegetable and fruits.
Thank you. Our next question is, how does your present condition affect you every day? Have you thought not to attain any more those bad habits that can affect your health?
I can do something I used to do because of my condition, which is inferior wall ischemia.
So our next question is, what are the diseases common in your family?
Asthma and related to heart disease.
Next. Can you explain the history of your present condition beginning up to until now?
First, I cannot breathe well, most especially when I'm lying on my bed and I get tired easily.
Our fourth question is, prior to the onset of the present condition, did you indulge in the use of illicit drugs, excessive consumption of alcohol beverages, chain smoking, skipping adequate sleep over work, and spending time for too much worrying?
No, but I used to spend my time worrying about the things I cannot control that leads me too much stress.
Our fifth question is, prior to the onset of the present condition, had you been into any form of physical activity like indoor and outdoor individual or team sports, fitness exercise programs, and recreational activities like trekking or leisure walking?
No, I don't even participate in any kind of activities because I'm a full-time at home mom.
Our sixth question is, what were your doctor's advice now on dieting, compliance to medications, and physical activity? What medications did your doctor prescribe? Can you tell me what these are for?
I cannot eat salty and fatty foods according to my doctor, and they advised me to take continuous medications and proper exercises.
Our last question is, if you were to look back, what lifestyle practices you would have changed to prevent the onset of your present medical condition to reach the realm of success and happiness in life you dreamed of way back then?
If I would given a chance, I would change my daily routine because I realized I should have to balance everything I do.
Okay, next is physical inactivity like lack of exercise one of those you would consider worth changing so as not to succumb to what you have now?
Yes, physical inactivity like lack of exercise, yes, is the one factor that contributes by present medical conditions.
So, thank you for your wonderful answers, Ma. So, that's it for today. We interviewed two people who have suffered from conditions, and we learned from them that physical activity is really matters in our daily lives. Thank you for watching. Bye.